Hello and welcome. It's been a while, and I've been struggling, in all honesty, to wanting to stay in bed. Darker mornings, my body and your body naturally want to snuggle down and stay under the duvet. So the last couple of weeks, I really struggled with this, and I've been looking into why. And there's various reasons, but one of the reasons is it's time for us to shift through the seasons. So winter time is a time when we want to possibly stay under the covers and hit the snooze button because it's dark outside. Our body is telling us we should be sleeping, not up until the sun comes up. Um, our rhythms are naturally in tune with the light. So that's why this happens. That's why there's a struggle against this. But I'm assured I'm going to do this. This will be the first time I've done this routine for myself. So I won't know until we've done it whether this actually works, that this actually does help with that. So if you are someone like myself that's been struggling to get up, wanting to hit the snooze button, this routine, doing it first thing in the morning, will help you energize and invigorate your day. So think of winter and water. Water, when it's frozen, does not flow. Okay, and our energy, we think of as in terms of water. We want it to flow. And what happens when it's cold? It freezes, and then it doesn't flow. And when energy doesn't flow, it gets stagnant. It gets stuck into the lateral patterns that we need to kind of shift that and get it back into those lateral patterns and moving energy. So I certainly need that for myself, and I may sound really energetic, but believe me, less than 15 minutes ago I was thinking I don't want to get up. So I'm with you there. So if this is you, then hopefully this routine will help you if you're feeling this way. And sometimes people get stuck in this at different times of year. Just we're all different places around the year. You can still do this routine. So we will, let me see, hopefully, oh, my kids. I've been trying to get them to keep this nice and clear. So one of the things you can do is you can pop in the diffuser, candle burner, a joss stick even, whatever you have for scent, whatever you use for scent. Lemongrass is really great if you suffer from depression, or so in those times when you are really struggling and not wanting to get up, that's a great scent to use. Now, you don't have to go out and buy loads of stuff. My children bought 10 of these, I think, for £1.50. So candles, though I would say if you're getting candles, please go for vegan friendly. A little bit more expensive, but better for the environment. Or if you've got oils in a drop in a diffuser, or even a drop in water, just in a bowl. If you're thinking about the terms of where it is in the room, make sure it is in the northeast corner for any water fountain features. So let's start. So coming to our feet, I suppose you could do this sitting down as well, but for purposes of getting us going, I think it's important. Push your hands together and become aware of your hands pushing in the center. Nice straight back, shoulders back and down, and just breathe. Feel that pushing the pressure of the fingers together. breathing out and visualizing from central sun energy flowing down. Keep the tension in the hands. And your awareness on your breath flowing in, flowing out. Release some of the tension in the hands and just focus on the breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And start to smile. We call that inner smile. Keep the inner smile flowing, bringing your hands down to the lower dantian, over the lower dantian. And smile. Feet are hip-width apart. Shoulders relaxed and down. Breath in and out. And inner smile. So inner smile is starting our internal love engine. You're literally smiling and telling your body, I am okay, lifting the serotonin levels, feel good hormone levels. And keeping the breath flowing in, flowing out, connecting. Breathing, easy breath in and out, rhythmic breath. Fresh chi in, releasing the old chi out. Now this area is our lower dantian, our fire. Breathing. Feel the rise and fall of the stomach. As you breathe, breathe into the rest of the body. And separating the hands, bringing them down to the side. Feeling those difference between the breath as you're breathing in, breathing out. Rhythmic breath, but not breath of fire. Feel the lungs. Bring the hands over the lower dantian like a jippo. The stomach like a triangle. And start to quicken the breath. Now, if you suffer from anxiety of any kind, so burnout, for example, keep your breath the same because the quick breath it's to bring the fire. So you don't want to add to stress. You want to stay in with the breath, but otherwise, and with the hands, and breath easy again. What will happen if you're not used to doing that is you'll become lightheaded. And I, at the moment, because of my adjusting to wearing Moldorite, that can make you lightheaded as well. Want to keep the breath slow. Now, bringing the hands up to the kidneys. Rub the hands together to create some warmth. And bring that warmth to the kidneys. Bend the knees slightly. You can't really see with this dress thing. My knees are slightly bent. Nice flat feet on the ground. Nice tall spine. And just you push the shoulder blades together and kidney breath. So breathing with the kidneys here. Visualize the golden light flowing to the kidneys. Now, I want you to visualize an ice sculpture, yeah? It doesn't matter what it's of, whatever comes to mind. And I want you to visualize the sun beaming on that ice sculpture. And you guessed it, melting the ice with the light. Breathe. Breathe that light onto the ice, onto the areas that need the warmth, and where your hands are, your kidneys, flowing warm light to them. Breathe for me, breathe. Now taking the hands down, palms face up, we're going to bring the hands up and breathe in at the same time. Fingers are separate. Bring them down and up. So we're going to do this quicker. Don't jolt. If you have any lower back problems or neck problems, just go slow. But 1, 2, 3. So lower back problems or shoulders, just come to here. You can come to here and then up, whichever feels better for you. Otherwise, head comes down as well. So from the side. And if you're feeling tired, lethargic, this is the one you want to do for pumping the energy. And come to a stop at the top, holding the hands up over the face, and then slowly circle them around in front of the face. Remember the ice sculpture. Think of the sun melting. Doing this, I almost wanted to go, melting, I'm melting, like you were the others. I'm still breathing, breathing. Just to make you smile, bringing those hands close to the face. You can keep them just in front of the face, or you can have them just over so the fingertips touch down, on the onto the forehead. The eyes close. And just feel into your body. And breathe. You're taking the energy we've created and we're bringing it to the cranial, to the head. Breathing in, breathing out. And just settle the energy down. And bringing the hands down to kidney 27. So where the little nibbly points are, just here, you want to come out at a diagonal and gently tap. So we're tapping here on the kidney meridian. And as I said, the kidneys are responsible for our purging, backed up by water. So in the winter, these are the two, and amongst others. Please don't knock that over, Boris. If you can wait, I'll get you. There is water out there. I think he likes it fresh. Breathe whilst you're doing the tapping. And then hands in front and feel. Take a breath, bring the hands round and gently knock with the hands, the full extent of the hands on the kidneys. So your hands are facing down. It feels to me like an electric shock. Literally, like someone's giving me little electric shocks when I do this. Breathe in, breathe out, and then give them a nice rub. Nice smoothing out. Take a deep breath in and smooth that energy down to behind the knees. Nice circulating. We're working with the yang energy as it's winter. Circulate behind the knee. The cat's running around like crazy. Taking it down. You bend the knees. Around and up the inside. And go back to electric shocks. Keep the breath flowing whilst you do this, and then circulate. Go down the backs of the legs, circulate round behind the knees. Keep the breath flowing, going down, around the toes, this time up the front. Back to the kidneys and again. Circulate and down and circulate and then 1, 2. And around up to the stomach and circulate around the internal muscles over the lower dantian. Listen to your breath. Now coming up to the ears. Massage your ears like we were doing if you were joining me for our 30 days of Qigong for Ascension. In the little 15-minute ones, if it helps to do that, just give a nice little massage from the top and then around, down, and then make V with your scissors, they call it, and rub up and down. Oh, careful of earrings if you're wearing them like me. Either side, breathing in and out. This is a great one to do before bed.
Motion detected at the front
if you're
camera.
pulling earrings, just pull off the side. I've got dangly earrings. Then flick, take your hand and run your fingers through your dragon. and do this repeatedly. And shake down. Feel that? Should feel really lovely on the head. And just breathe that in, really like you've been woken up, but gently. Not the kind of woken up with an ice bucket, but woken up nicely, like, oh, it's a little bit breezy out here, it's a little bit chilly kind of thing. And that ice is starting to melt slightly, the lethargic essence is starting to melt away. Feel into what you're feeling right now. How are you feeling? Now, if you're struggling by now, you should actually feel a little bit more motivated. If you are struggling, that is a sign that there is something's been crossed over. So meaning that you're set in a particular pattern, and we can shake you out of that. So this will help. So shake the hands to begin with, and then start to bounce. So as you know, as always, this is to reset the nervous system. This is what you can do at any time you feel that you're in fight or flight. And you might feel a bit silly, but I have to say, even over meditation, because your mind might be racing and you just can't, when you're in that state of being, in that state of brainwave activity, more importantly, your brain cannot see opportunities, it only sees fears, because that's the part of the reptilian. It wants to get you out away from the tiger. So you need to reset this, what we call the sympathetic nervous system, in order to, because when you're out of that, you can see opportunities. So the same things that might seem a threat can be an opportunity, meaning you don't see your someone as a competitor, you see them as a possible co-creator. So it really does affect our mindset, depending on what part of the brain. If we're in fight or flight, or freeze, they call it, or if we're in the parasympathetic nervous system, sorry, the sympathetic nervous system is the one that's when it's, so shake, and you can do this for a good 3 minutes, which is quite a long time, and that will reset. So just really, you can kind of give it a little bit of a jiggle, have some music on. I haven't today because I was recording this one, but you can pop stuff on, and I will in the live. So then coming to a stop, feel the tingling energy in your hands. Breathe in, breathe out. So you might be thinking, why all of a sudden around this time of year do I feel I'm feeling a bit depressed? It's not that. It's your body's telling you we're in a different pattern. But obviously in modern life and modern living, we can't think today I'm going to sleep in till 10 if we leave for the house, say at 8. So this can really help with that. Now follow my neck down, stretch the back of the neck, and breathe, take it back, and breathe to the side and to the other side, and then step out into a horse stance and start to move from side to side. Feel that all along here as you're stretching slowly. Now, if you have any issues in your back, just side to side like this, whatever and however you can get low, and you can feel the stretch here as well, and take the head out to the side with you. with you. This time take the hands with you and flow them like water. Hands create a figure of 8. We like circles and figures of 8s in Chiong. Infinity. Take them back to shoulders and come down. Resting. Just kind of hang for a little bit, looking through the legs. Different perspective. And you can bring your hands and elbows to here if it's easier, so you're not all the way down to the floor. Whatever is easy for you. Just breathe. Feel the stretch in the back, the spine arching. And then as you do that, take your awareness there to the lower back, bring the hands up. Link the hands at the top, stretch to the right, take a breath in the middle, stretch to the left, and then come down and up. Hands are linked together, roll, stretch. Slowly go at your pace. This time, link up for 1 second. Hands come down, level with the heart. Feel that stretch out to the side and step in and slowly bringing the arms down, bring them out. Remember, then tilt the head. Breathe in, breathe out. Tilt the other way. Breathe in, breathe out. Dip the head. Feel the top of the spine stretching. Tip the head back. Feel the space under the chin and forward and back. Take the hands in, the feet back out, and start to bend down. So you're going to bend, and you feel the whole spine is diagonal this way, sort of facing that way. So lower back stretch. So this is one that you can do as an option. Just holding above the knees. Lift up a little bit and tip the pelvis forward and back. So you can't really see a lot. You see it better that way. And coming up. Arms come up over the head and down central column. Now you'll notice, those that have been doing this with me since the beginning of the year, that I'm moving very slow compared to some of the movements that we do. Think about the ice. think about it melting. It's not something, a lot of sun for it to melt really quickly. We've got a steady flow, directing that down the central column. Bringing your hands together the next time over the lower dantian. Thumbs together and circulate. The fire is building, the heat, the flow of energy. Nia koto nia sila na katole ai shaya nia tosho aka ikuto nuku. Feel your passion, your fire. What is your focus? Is it on your passion? Is it on your fire, your desire? Bring your hands up to the kidneys. Send some of that heat and that fire to letting go of what no longer lights the fire, lights the spark. Sending a little heat there. And we're going to come down with our elbows. So if you have any issues, you can visualize this, or you can just use the hands. We're going to come down. You can see me. And elbows are going to go on the inside of my thighs. Let me sit this way. You can't really see as I'm too low, I think. And push out just on the inside. So you can maybe, if you struggle, just stay here with the elbows on the knees, just above the knees, and you can push. Now, if you have trouble, I suggest sitting down and widening the stance, either just pushing or come to here. And neck, my hair's not tickling me, is straight and looking down. And breathe. Slowly from there, coming up and straightening, lifting the hands up. Slowly, hands come down the central column, facing down, palms down, and up. Down. Keep your breath. In-breath when the hands are up. Maybe a little pause at the top before the exhale as they come down. Back to the stomach. Thumbs together, forefingers over each other, and circulate. Remember, building the fire. You still have our crystals there, guys, those are my regulars. What crystal have you got? One to awaken you. Last month was sunstone, was great. I find quartz helps. Whether you can program it for like motivation. Take the hands out to the side. Face forward. Lift and feel underneath. So you've got some air here. We are grounding and anchoring. Bring the hands up a level with the heart. Bring the feet in. Our tree hugging stance, and then bring it down. So it's a movement to to the one we normally hold. Breath is in, breath is out as your knees rise to straight legs. Arms go up level with the heart. You bend, push the bottom down, and exhale down. Inhale up. Hold when you're at the heart, and exhaling and straightening the legs. So inhale, bringing together and hold, and exhale and down. So on the side view. Your back is nice and straight. It's the knees that make the movement. You lower in the plie and the hands come out nice and straight in front. Okay, so nice tall straight spine. Rhythmic breath. The other reason that we go slow, I started to say, didn't I, that we're a lot slower, is in the winter our muscles are cold and we want to warm them up slowly. This is how we injure ourselves if we go too quickly, or if you, for example, you've been to a workout class outside somewhere in a gym, and then you go home, hold your hands, keep them in front, sans you, and just hold pose, and as if you're doing a tree trunk, nice tipped pelvis forward, straight spine, and just hold here. So your muscles, when you come out in the cold, that's when you end up pulling the muscles if you don't stretch. We stretch to kind of cool down the muscles slowly. Take your hands, tip your pelvis forward and go down as if they've got weights on them. Going down, feel that nice stretch in the spine. Slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, then lifting up. Out, open. Down, back and round. Reverse that. Breathing in as you come up, then exhaling down. This time go all the way up, out to the side, and then reverse. Hands come in, see, coming down, like you've got some heavy weight there, coming up to the heart, then turning the hands at the heart, pushing above the head and coming down the sides. Just with this dress, it's not very flattering. My brain's gone there. I was like, really? Hug the tree. Weight flows down. Then it rises like there's been a release and letting go. Hands come up, knees bend down, front of the heart, bend from the waist, lowering the hands, rising the hands up to the heart, turning face palms up, little stretch, and round to the side, coming together with the hands, lifting back up to the shoulders, in front to the heart, and bending over again. Get to the chest, twist up and out to the sides, bringing the hands together, separating them, bending the knees, hugging the tree, bending from the waist the breath. Now you can as you breathe in, hug, and breathe in. You feel the fire and the heat. Apparently I should feel more because of the moldavite. I can really feel, I almost want to take my jumper off, I can't. Just hold at the lower dantian and pulse the chi ball. So for those of you that are wondering what I'm talking about that aren't with me regularly or one of my members, I have this beautiful stone called moldavite now on my wrist that I'm getting used to the energy of. It's from a meteor, and it has a very enlivening energy. It's a beautiful crystal, but very, very strong. It takes a little bit of getting used to. So, but for example, the time we bought it and put it on my wrist, it's a bracelet, by the way, I literally felt like I'd had a shot of coffee. Right, bring the backs of the hands together, bring them slowly up the central column to the chest with the breath, then circle the hands out. I think this is the fountain, I can't remember the names. I'll go over that tomorrow. But gently rolling. Hang on. Let's get my grace. So backs of the hands come up, then the hands spread. You're bending from the waist. Nice flowing water movements. Feel the flow. And we're working with our spinal health as always in Chiong. Our central column, ending from the waist, feeling that stretch. You can still bend the knees slightly when you go down, but the movement is from the waist. Flow. And then, carried away. Pulse the hands. Bend the knees slightly and pulse the chi ball just in front of your stomach. And take one hand to the lower dantian and circle the other one up, bringing your thumb over your nose, over your lips, down till you meet the other hand, and you swap. Hand goes up, palm facing down till we get to the top, then diagonally the palm comes to face the side as you come down. You've done this before, but for the purposes of the video, explaining. The fingernail goes down over from the middle of the forehead, down the nose, over the bit between the nose and the lip, over the lips, over the chin. So we're all those points, we're catching them, just like in the facial in day 15 of our Chiong for Ascension. We are connecting with those meridian points at the same time. So the other hand, palm is facing up until it meets the hand one more time. Palm, the bottom faces up, the other faces out to the side. Bring them together. Your dominant hand, so that it's the masculine and feminine, but your dominant hand goes underneath. You step in and just breathe. Bamboo in the wind. I'll bring in our affirmations tomorrow, but for now I'm open and receptive to all good. Everything comes with ease and flow. Breathing in, breathing out. I'm open and receptive to all good. Everything comes with ease and flow. Bringing your hands. If you want to muscle test anything, this is where we do it in bamboo. Otherwise, bring your hands to your waist and step slightly out. Feel your power. Become aware of the top half of your makraba. Just like my arms, my elbows out to the side, those are your wings. You might even, if you've been working with me for a while and working with your energy for a while in particular, you may well feel your wings, ethereally energy flowing out, feeling the sense of the bubble that is around you, feeling a sense of your own presence. And you're definitely normally aware of it if someone comes into that space. Well, that space is actually not a globe, it's the makraba itself spinning. It spins so fast it looks like a bubble. So be aware of that speed at the top half. And step again out to the side. Take the hands down and become aware of the bottom half, the grounding you. And I want you to visualize, you can take your hands back to center and keep the feet slightly wider than width and slightly bent to remind you of this lower dantian. Take the thumb and forefinger together, create a triangle, and gently twist from side to side. And whilst we're doing this, we're just feeling the movement of that spinning bubble at the top and the bottom half of the upside down pyramids that make the makraba star at the bottom. And at the same time, I want you to then, from this point, from your crystalline lower dantian, visualize the third part of that we've been doing for a while, but I didn't know why. Gold and silver. So the gold comes down through the head, beautiful flower at the top of your head. Take one hand to the top and keep the other hand here. Keep the movement and just gently massage the usual point. So that's 2 fingers down from your belly button and right in the center of your head. So your third eye and your uterus, your creation and your divine connection. Keep the movement flowing. Think of the gold thread with the finger at the top and the silver thread at the bottom, reversing. Switch hands, same points, massage those points. Think of gold and silver thread going down deep into the crystal caves in the earth, linking you to the new crystalline earth templates, the upgraded aspect of ourself, anchoring there, breathing in, breathing out, Visualize the Archimedes screw of your back and the movement, the flow. But I want you to see gold and silver thread entwining, wrapping like helix of a DNA, massaging, and release. Step that in. Deep breath in. Bring one hand up in front of the forehead, the other one goes behind. Anchor that into third eye. Is there anything you need to know in this now moment? Just breathe and listen. You may get words, you may get images, you may see colours in this now moment or throughout your day. Bringing the hands round to over the ears, cupping those ears, relax them down on the chest. Breathe in, breathe out. Bringing them down. Just flick off of the ears. And to finish, come to the head and just keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathing, you feel that? Gently tap on the forehead and knock just above the kidneys. To finish, and hopefully you're feeling invigorated, enlivened, and not like you want to go back to bed at all. You may well do. We've had some big energy shifts. We've managed in the now moment to get through the eclipses. We've just had the new moon. So there's been one thing after another. So hopefully this will help you to anchor in those energies, to allow, which is why we're connecting with the gold and the silver, the feminine and the masculine, and balancing that with our crystals to our link that we've been doing over the past year. If you've not been doing that with me, then why not? Come join us. My love and my blessings in your day. Now, I would normally, and I will do actually, finish when I'm doing this live with a card. So I should do one for the week. For this season that we've just switched from the autumn into winter, energy wise. Breathing in. And we didn't do our wind or breath work in that session that we've just done either. I wanted it to be specifically, I tried to weave the breath work. We were doing it all the way through, as opposed to the way we've been doing it through the autumn with the 15 minutes at the end, or through the summer we were doing it all rather than the winter. So at this time we're that's funny, we've got spring, autumn and winter. I can't even I can't switch it now. Oh, can I switch it? There we go. Couldn't even pick that. So spring. Our intentions now and our focus, where we put that focus, we will see come to fruition in the spring. In the southern hemisphere, you're coming out of the spring and into summer months, whereas we're moving into the winter and the autumn is where we've been. But we are still doing this. So we're seeing our seeds grow. We've just planted our intentions, and we collective intentions, our manifesting intentions for what we want to see grow in our life. with the new moon energy, but also we've released the old, and this now we're moving through that time of more energetic, and we're needing to rest in a different way. So our self-care is important. So it's still important to move. You don't want to just stop. You don't want to be the frozen waters. You want to be those melt waters. We want that to be flowing, that energy to still be flowing, but it's not maybe flowing as fast or as fired up as it would normally be. We have to now focus on taking care of our needs, the winter months. So this time of year, we are thinking about our family, we're thinking about our loved ones, we're getting ready for the Yuletides, we've just had Thanksgiving, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, or like me, Appreciation Day. It's an excuse because I have Thankful Thursday every day on my page, if you didn't already know. But it's the time that we are thinking about coming together, mostly. Not for everyone, I understand that. But it is a time to take care of our needs. So one of the things that I'm going to remind you about our Qigong is with the movement. Take extra care now, because it's cooler, to go slowly. We are doing more of we will focus on the warm up and not just going fast. There'll be slow, rhythmic breath. So we will weave, like I did today, the breath work into the movements and keeping those movements so jolted in until you're warmed up. Then you can speed a little bit. So for the next week ahead, the next month, we're putting our intentions, finishing off. We've had that conclusion of the eclipse energy, which we were tying up the loose ends. So now we might be thinking, well, like we had in the autumn, I've counted my blessings. I've got the abundance of the summer fruits. Everything's been in storage. It's all there. And you're packing your stuff away. What do you need to keep? We still need to make room. We still need to release stuff because there's the new stuff that's going to come at Christmas. How do we need to take care of ourselves? What are my needs? And what are my family's needs? Those around you might have extra needs right now. This is a time of year that loved ones may be wanting to see you, wanting to spend time with you. So your energies might be stretched far and far between. So this is a great time, to even more important time, to be going within, connecting within and listening. So I shall be more in class so you can allow that connection more and allow myself to have that. So I'm still moving the body, but I'm feeling I'm listening as well. And I've just, a message just come, hi mummy, my daughter's just messaged me, hi, good morning, bless her. So aware of that, taking the time. One of the things we've started to introduce in our family is before the school run, they light their joss sticks, they've got their different things, or we light a candle and we have a candle minute, we call it. And it's just to look at the flame, to, before we rush off on our day, because we rush to get ready and have we got everything, you've got your, and then we stop and just breathe. So do that now. Nia kanunu kushunai alaya tusu tukunai. Nia shiku inainuku etakanuku tuku shayaneki. Iniki akanuku tushu. Nya nai nikada dudu kushu. Nya yata. Nya ana iki ala. May my sounds wash over you. Eataino no koshayanaki. Etai, my grounding connection to my heart, my soul. Love and blessings for your day. The contrast wrapped with love in that. Thank you. Yeah, the kusha wisdom from here and here. Iadu. Thank you. I shall. Have a wonderful week. I will try to do some live this week rather than it just be one for you to follow. I know not everyone is able to get up at 6:30, and as you know, the week and a half, it's been probably 3 weeks since I've been present in the group, and my apologies for that. I was shifting my energies, dearly shifting and processing, but hopefully back on track now. Blessings for your day or your week, and I will see you soon. Please like this video if you're watching it as a recording and a replay. Let me know in the comments below how it worked for you, if it helps.